And thank you for reminding us, keep what Bramati said, keeping the main thing, keep the main thing, the main thing. Thank you for explaining those four pillars, because those are the main things that concerns us. Those four pillars, you talk about them eloquently. That's the main thing. That's the focus. That's where Mr. Ash Mufara is focused. Thank you for talking about the security as well. But let me also add that in addition to our security environment being secured and everything, there's also something called compliance. It's global regulatory compliance. I can tell you from outside, observing Mr. Ash, every step that he takes, this is an area that I'm in. I can tell you that Onpassive is being built for current and future compliance regulations. And there are evidence, I've seen evidence of some of them, every country, United States has multiple compliance regulations. Even some states, different state. New York has our own, California, CCPA, New York has New York State 500. Canada has what they call PIPEDA, Personal Information Protection Act, something like that. Europe, they have what they call GDPR, they have DORA, they have about 2 or 3 different other compliance regulations. Even in Africa, they have something called the Malabo Convention, which for information security protection. In Australia, there is CPS 234. There are different regulations. But what Ash Mufara has done is he has built this system has been built from the ground up with security, such that each of these global compliance regulations are met. And I can give you 2 distinct examples. Number one, last year there was a new law in England at the end of 2022 to 23 called DORA, Digital Operational Resilience Act for I think it's for the financial sectors and their critical third-party providers. They had certain security controls that had to be met. When I looked at those regulations, I think there are like 7 stipulated regulations, because my company has we have a division in England, so they had to comply with this law. So when we look at the stipulations, the security measures that are required are things that Mr. Ash has told us that is implemented in Onpassive. When you look at what happened last year, I remember this date because it was my son's birthday last year. It was his 20th birthday, 10/30/2023. President Joe Biden walked out of the Rose Garden and signed a law for artificial intelligence systems. He signed an executive order that had about 8 stipulations. One of them required that all companies that are building artificial intelligence systems must report to the United States government all their safety test results and any critical information. That is an executive order that has been signed by the president. But we know, those of us who have been engaged with Onpassive know that at some point, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Ash Mufara did not only comply with this specific stipulation, he gave the US government access to our systems. He told us that. And we know that because he said he knew that because there was a time when they changed the password and they called them and asked them for the new password. So you see, based on that, that's why I made the assertion that he is building these systems to comply with not only current regulations, but future regulations. So we should rest assured that not only the security component that my brother Vincent has said, also the global compliance regulation, because it's very important. If you have a system that collects money from all over the world, there are laws. Each country have their own laws, their own global laws. They have requirements, security requirements. There's something that we call PCI DSS. When I saw that, immediately when we began collecting, when Onpassive began, when we began making payments into the system, if you go into the system, when you're making a payment, you will see there's on a little where you have all those Visa, MasterCard, and American, all the payment types that we take. There is something there that is called PCI DSS. That is a major endorsement of the security of the system, because the company, it tells me as a compliance analyst that the company has gone through some specific audits for them to put that thing there. So when it comes to the security of Onpassive and the global compliance, rest assured, we know that they have lawyers, legal teams all over the world making sure that we comply with everything. So I just wanted to concur with my brother Vincent, and just to add on that, I see Engineer Mike is very anxious to speak. Engineer Mike, I want you to just take it from any angle, take it from any angle that you feel comfortable with. Tell us anything that you want us to to look forward to as we move into this coming interesting week.
Wow. The powerhouse is here. This is the powerhouse of Onpassive. When I see my big bro Mike, I see my tech pros, I see Gina Lever, I see Andy Best. It means the powerhouse is completed. Oh, we're lacking Maddie. We're lacking Maddie and big bro Uncle Oliver. Thank you, everybody. I want to start with this. I always have this way. This my definition of Onpassive that I had. I say Onpassive is an ethical, clean, pure, valuable, viable, reliable business with a unique culture and value. So all these words we've heard, our CEO, he always comes and powerfully on them to us. So Onpassive is an ethical, clean, pure, viable, valuable, reliable business with a unique culture and value, which is true. Now, this man comes every day to assure us and tells us, hey, we are fine. We are not going nowhere. Comes with, tells us about whatever. He tells us and assure us, say, humanitarian help is coming. Do you get that? Humanitarian help is coming. And he comes again and tells us again, still, he tells us that we are here to stay. He comes again and tells us that in all sectors, not only one space, we're getting so many sectors, and we will have, it's coming for healthcare, it's going to finances, and we'll be having all of this. It's enough. Enough for us to take it and stay and say, okay, this is the man. I want to believe in him, his mission, his action. He has never said something and never did it for us, as our brother Mike Ellis just told us here. Assurance. He came to assure us with all the things that are going on. He came to assure us that this is going to happen. And he told us again, I cannot do it on my own. Together we will do it. That's the last time that that's what he told us. He said we will do it together. Him again, with all his, my question is, I'm asking us all. Uncle Bob, you know that question, very famous. Are we ready? So when I say, are we ready? What do I mean? We, all Onpassivians, do we spend time to understand our business? Collins has a very easy way to break down this business concept. Did you call Collins to say, hey, bro, please, can you let me understand that business concept very well? Did you call him? That's your due diligence. Did you do that? Because when that will come, you not call Collins. He will have a vacation somewhere. He will not be answering to you. Let me tell you. All of us seated here. This is a time. Let's spend this time judiciously. Another time. Do you spend time to check if you have migrated all your accounts? Did you spend that time? Did you do that? Did you also check to find out that everybody in your organization has migrated? Did you? Our brother Collins brought it yesterday up, which is one of the things I'm still asking you. Are you ready? Did you go to every alternative email, be it on Gmail, be it on Yahoo Mail, be it on Proton Mail, on gmx.ge and mail.com, all of those platforms? Did you check those emails, alternative emails, to see if they are working? Because Collins said it yesterday again. If you don't, their spaces are not yours. They buy those servers for information. But if you don't go and log in to check them, they'll shut them down. It's filling their space for nothing. It means you are inactive. And that is the same way our Onpassive system will see that as an inactive something too, right? So please, can you go there and you check all of that? Those are the points. Reach out to those people. Follow up with your organization. It is your business, not me. It is not about Uncle Bob. No, it is not about Vincent sitting here. It is not about Mike Ellis, Gina Lever, Andy Best, or Mama Francis. It's about you, my business. Am I taking all that into consideration? Am I knowing all of that? When the time says, all those pistons, our big brother, late big brother, Uncle Charlie Takusu used to ask us, when those pistons, he's called them pistons. So when Onpassive will be generating in all its pistons, will you be ready? That's my question. That's all I have for now, Uncle Bob.